Welcome to Game and Grains, the whiskey gaming channel. I'm your player one, Richard. Now, I'm real excited about today's video because the bottle that we are looking at was one that I had listed on my must-have bottles of 2026. Now, this comes from the state of Arizona, and it is none other than Whiskey Del Bac Dorado. Now, rather than sit here and just drool over the bottle, you know what to do. Grab those controllers, pour yourself a dram, and let's get into it. As I mentioned before, this happens to be one of the bottles that I included on my must-have bottles of 2026. Kinda. If you go back and watch the video, I kind of bent the rules a little bit and included an entire subcategory of whiskey. I said that I really wanted to have more American single malt, whether that be Stranahan's, Virginia Distilling Company, Cedar Ridge, or Whiskey Del Bac. Now, this particular bottle was secured by my mother-in-law. She happened to go out and visit family in Arizona and was kind enough to pick up this bottle and bring it all the way back home to Tennessee. So a huge thank you goes out to my mother-in-law for picking up this bottle for me. Now, Whiskey Del Bac, as I mentioned before, is located in Arizona. Now, they do make other things besides American single malt. I know they make a bourbon. I feel like they make a rye, but their single malts are what really intrigues me the most. Now, the Dorado, I believe, is something that is a part of their standard offering. You can purchase it directly from their website if you don't live in the area or don't have it in your area, or you can also go to bigthirst.com. I believe that they sell that there. Now, a little bit about the bottle. With it being an American single malt, it has 100% malted barley as its mash bill. It has a proof point of 92 proof. It was smoked in mesquite, and it has an MSRP of about $60. Now, the description alone, reading this earlier, just left me salivating. So I want to read it to you, and hopefully you'll have kind of a similar experience. So it says, handcrafted in the Sonoran Desert, tasting notes, campfire embers, tobacco, and chocolate. Whiskey Del Bac is a single malt whiskey with a true character of the American Southwest. Our in-house mesquited malt is dried over a velvet mesquite fire. Borrowing from the Scottish model of whiskey making, Dorado is mashed, fermented, and copper pot distilled, aged, and bottled on site, yet aged in new oak. Dorado has a nose of tobacco and chocolate, giving way to campfire embers and finishing with soft tannins and the sweet toffee on the palate. I don't know about you, but I'm literally salivating just at the description alone. So let's go ahead and get into this bottle. All right, got the Glen. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I've had whiskeys before that have been had their malted barley smoked in mesquite before. Andalusia is actually the one that I believe I've tried before and just absolutely fell in love with. I believe it's their Stryker that has that mesquite smoked. Goodness gracious. Mesquite smoked malted barley. We'll get there eventually. I was actually talking to my friends Brandon and Mary over at Poor Decisions Pairing the other day, and they reminded me there was another whiskey that was out of Texas that they said was very similar, lots of barbecue type flavors to it as well. And in fact, when I told them that I got this, they were real excited. So, all right, cork pop. All right, cool. So, hate these little neck tag thingies. Into the Glen we go. All right. Sorry about that. Had a delivery in the middle of a shoot, but that's all right. Whiskey's in the glass. Let's get into it. So first on the nose. So one of the things that I pick up, or the first thing I pick up, is just the subtle hint of that mesquite smoke. It is not like super pungent or overly fragrant, like just punch you in the face, but it is just very light and subtle. Now, I have had other whiskeys that have had mesquite smoked malted barley, such as Andalusia Stryker. That one has a little bit more fragrant of a nose. This is very subtle, very light as far as that mesquite smoke goes. Let's see if I can pick up some of the other notes. So the faintest bit of chocolate, and that's really about it. Now, it does say on the back that I should be picking up tobacco. I'm not getting any of those tobacco notes, but definitely that mesquite smoke there, the subtlest hint of chocolate. So in on the taste. Cheers. Okay, so right off the bat, very similar to the notes that are on the back of this, I am met with what they would describe as a campfire ember. So it is very reminiscent of sitting next to a campfire. A small gust of wind blows by, and you just get the subtlest hint of campfire smoke in your nose. If you could take that and bottle it in liquid form, that is what you get. It is very quickly followed by that subtle sweet chocolate note, and then that is where the last note, of which I believe they are saying is tobacco, comes through. Now, it does not have a very long finish. In fact, while I'm talking to you now, it is a little drying in the center of my tongue with the subtlest hint of that tobacco smoke. But other than that, it is done. So let's try one more time just to see if we can pick up anything else. Cheers. So not really anything different other or on that second sip. Again, you get those campfire embers, the sweet, subtle chocolate notes that then turn into tobacco, and then it just kind of falls off there. Now, I mentioned Andalusia Stryker. Totally different whiskey, different company. I feel like I prefer that slightly more than this, only because I get a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more of the smoke. This is great if you want to just kind of dip your toe into something like this. Very mild, very light. Great flavor for what it is, but I would love to see it kind of taken up a notch just a little bit. Am I sad that I purchased this bottle? Absolutely not. Am I going to continue to drink this and share this with friends? Heck yes, because this is a really good bottle, and it's very unique. Not too often are you going to find mesquite smoked malted barley. Now, I bet you if you paired this with something like a brisket or maybe some pulled pork shoulder or something like that, those sweet notes along with the smokiness from the smoked brisket or pulled pork would really take this and just kind of push it up to another level. So I'll definitely, next time I do, like I smoke a pork shoulder or a pork butt or something like that, I'll definitely grab a pour of this and then see just how that affects the overall flavor. All right, guys. Well, I certainly appreciate you sticking until the end. Do me a favor, hit that like button. That really just helps drive the algorithm to get my channel and my videos out to others. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, share it with family, friends, and other whiskey enthusiasts. And then down in the comments below, let me know, have you tried Whiskey Del Bac or any other sort of American single malts that do a smoked mesquite malted barley? Like I mentioned before, you have Whiskey Del Bac, you have Andalusia. I know there's other companies and other distilleries that do something similar out there. So share with me down in the comments below, is that something that you tried before? All right, guys. Again, thank you for sticking until the end. I'm your favorite player one, Richard. Have a good one.